What's up, y'all? It's Alvin Jarreau, and welcome to the Jarreau Effect Live. And on today's video, I'm going to be interviewing some accomplished, well-known photographers in the South. These guys are on the top, man. I got Terrence Smith, Howard Edwards, LeBaron Seltzer, and an honorable mention, Henri Takes Pictures. He's not here today, but I have Mr. Terrence, I have Mr. LeBaron, and I have Mr. Howard, and we're going to talk about the pros and cons of photography, how you can get your modeling portfolio up, and we just finna vibe, y'all. We finna talk about fashion, events, a whole bunch of things, all the good when it comes to photography. So if you can dig with that, check this video out. All right, y'all. I got Mr. LeBaron Seltzer, another accomplished photographer, and he's also my family because he's a part of nspire.u, man. Shout out to nspire.u, Miss Bambi, Miss Candace. You know how we get down. I got one of the brothers with me.
What's going on, bro?
And you know, we finna just chop it up, man. So, Mr. LeBaron,
yes,
how you feeling today? And welcome to the show, man.
I'm feeling good, man. Appreciate you for having me on the platform. I try to get you out there every chance I get, man. Show you your YouTube and everything.
Man, you looking spiffy, dog.
I appreciate it, bro. Man. You know, I had to get with the Mr. Alvin Jarreau.
Presentation, man.
So
look at his presentation, man.
I had to come correct.
Look, you a photographer, man. Tell everyone why your image as a photographer, because there's a lot of, there's a lot of scandals going on with photography, and your image and your vibe has to be good. So tell everyone how you maintain a great image.
I try to maintain a good image just by treating people right, keeping a good rapport with everyone. Your reputation speaks volumes about you. If you try to mess up with one person, with today's society and social media, you get crushed like that. So you do people right, they'll look out for you and they'll pay it back tenfold. Just keep a good positive vibe about yourself, about your business, because your name carry weight if you're doing wrong or right. So that's what I try to do. Just stay positive and just do everybody right. Don't burn no bridges.
Yes, sir, man. How long have you been a photographer?
About 9 years, 6 years professionally. Of course, I jumped out there like everybody else with a camera 9 years ago. I get a camera, I'm the man, I'm doing this and doing that, and I'm thinking it looked good, but I got with somebody and showed them my work, and they were like, yeah, it's good, but with some trash too.
Yeah.
So, 9 years ago, I really got into it just by, I used to work with a guy that was doing photography, and on our breaks, he would just tell me about his pictures and everything. So one time he brought his camera to work and took a couple pictures of me, and he was like, man, take some of me. I just got the camera, took a couple pictures, and I was hooked ever since then. Wow,
man. Yep. So it was kind of art that just jumped on you, man.
Yeah, it was.
So speaking of art, man, your pictures, dog, certain ones just jump out at you, man. And it's always great to have pictures that just jump out at the viewer, you know what I'm saying? So how do you kind of create that, man?
I really don't know, bro. Sometimes it's part my idea, and sometimes it's just a vibe with your subject, who you shooting. Like, I could go in there with an idea, and once you get there, it could change a million times. So a lot of times I just go with the flow. I come in with how I want to shoot it, but it's really the vibe off of the photographer and your client, or your model too. Man,
Mr. LeBaron, bro. So, like I said in the beginning of this interview, you with nspire.u. You're their magazine photographer.
Yep. Shout out to nspire.u.
That's big, man. That's big because nspire.u is one of the best marketing entertainment networks around, man. They got an internet radio. Yeah. They popping, dog.
They all over the place.
They popping. I'm actually a part of nspire.u. nspire.u cares our community connection. My show 6 to 9 a.m. every Saturday morning, and some Sundays too. We gotta plug it in.
Shameless plug.
Hey, we gotta plug them in. You know what I'm saying, bro? So tell the body of work that you had to do to be a part of a network, man, a brand. You know what I'm saying? How you got that?
It was a blessing in the sky, man. I've been knowing Miss Candace and Amberly since I was like 6, 7 years old. We used to go to the same church together. And when I first started doing photography, she was one of the people that believed in me. And she was like, hey, I got an idea about a magazine. I want you to take the pictures. And it kind of didn't work out at the time. And then like 2 years ago, she came back to me. She said, hey, I've been seeing your work. I want you to be our photographer. Yeah.
Level up.
that goes back to saying what I was saying earlier. Don't burn bridges and just keep a good reputation, man.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, man. Y'all see this man vibe, bro. Good dude. And, you know, I'm just thankful he came on to the show, man.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate you, man. Mr. LeBaron Seltzer, where they can find you on social media?
LeBaron Seltzer at Facebook, on IG, Gateway Photography 251, and my website, www.gatewayphoto251.com.
Is there anything you want to add for future photographers or models, whatever, man?
For future photographers, I would say don't give up on your dream. When you think you know everything, you can always learn more. And don't forget where you come from, man, because, I mean, everybody started from somewhere. Everybody was trash at one time. It don't matter what you are now. Your beginning is where you need to hold on to. Never forget where you come from. And for models, I would say the same thing. Keep practicing. Stay inspired. Follow someone that inspires you, and then inspire somebody else. Don't just get to that platform and then be like, oh, I done made this, this, and this, and then forget where you come from. You know, reach back and pull somebody else up with you.
Yes, sir, man. Y'all hear Mr. LeBaron Seltzer, man. Thank you for coming on to the show.
No problem.
Hey, let's get on with the next interview, man. I got Mr. Terrence Smith. He coming up next.
Okay, we on?
Yeah, we on. We on.
Okay. I want to shout out to my mama,
Yeah.
grandmama, and my wife.
You hear him?
I love them all.
Love about. You know what I'm saying?
All right, let's get the interview going.
All right, y'all, man. So I got, y'all see, man. This is my boy, man. T. Man, Mr. Terrence Smith, man, bro. One of the hottest. I'm going to keep it uncontroversial, you know what I mean? I'm going to keep it uncontroversial, you know what I'm saying? This dude, one of the hottest photographers, man, bro. This man can make a Coca-Cola can look like a ruby diamond. You know what I'm saying? This man a beast, dog. I'm telling you, man. This man pictures. He make anything. He turned something bad to something amazing, man. This dude, I've been shooting with Mr. Terrence since my 10th grade year, man. Just like I'm saying. Photographers that build bonds with models, man, and that builds bonds with just people and always got a good rep, man, stick with them. You know what I'm saying? If a photographer like that, man, stick with them. Make sure you keep them in your corner, man. And T, this man has guided me through so much, man. You know, the Giro effect wouldn't even be the Giro effect without Mr. Terrence, man. This man hooked me up with a whole bunch of photo shoots, man. He done saw my vision. But for real, it was really him telling me what to do, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I just tried my best to, you know, fit his mission, man, his vision, you know what I'm saying? So I got Mr. Terrence, dog. How you doing, bro, man?
Doing good, man, doing good.
Hey, so it's something you told me a while back. You said one of my missions is to help aspiring models out with their portfolio and just help get them out there, man. What made you do that?
Well, when I first started taking pictures, well, first I'm gonna tell you this, how I got off into photography. My wife and I, Keith Scott, went to school with him, awesome photographer, right here in Mobile. My wife booked a shoot with him, and we went Spring Hill College. And I had an iPhone. That's all I had.
Yeah.
My wife was like, take the phone and take some pictures while he shooting me, because it was on her birthday. Matter of fact, it was October the 13th. So I got my phone, I started taking pictures with my phone. Then my wife was like, oh, I like these. I said, you know what? I can do this. And my wife said, yeah, right. I said, oh, I'm gonna show her. I'm gonna show her I can do it. And I went and bought me a camera, which I always loved the art. But when I bought the camera and as I started taking pictures, I realized this was just another part of art. You know what I'm saying? So I love to make stuff look pretty. So as I started doing that, I was just shooting flowers, sticks, anything I could shoot, and then I wanted to make it look better. Well, as I started, right here where we at, this is where I started, Japanese garden. I was over here just shooting some flowers, and a group of people come in, and I was like, everybody had a camera. I said, hey, could I join in? And they said, sure. So that's where I started. I started taking pictures of the models and stuff, and wasn't that good, you know what I'm saying, because I'm just started. But I saw another connection, because when I started working with models, I realized a lot of the models was coming into doing it as models was coming from troubled homes where people said they didn't look good, they wasn't pretty, and they decided to model, and they said a lot of them was telling me standing in front of the camera made them feel better. You know what I'm saying? So that what put me on the track of helping people. You know, and to this day I run across a lot of models that's how they don't feel good about themselves because they've been told they're not pretty. So what I do, I just try to do what I can with the camera to make them feel good about themselves.
Man, y'all see why I surround myself with this man, bro. You heard what he just said, man. I'm gonna be in tears, dog, because it's just like, man, that's a whole nother, you know, that's deep.
Yeah, because, you know, like,
that's deep.
Everybody don't have the money to hire a photographer, you know what I'm saying, to come out and take pictures of them. So it's like a 2-for-1. I'm getting what I want as a photographer. It'll allow me to better myself. At the same time, I'm giving them pictures, you know, where they can feel good about themselves. So,
man, you have remained humble through this time, dog, because you have, you know, we in all these model groups,
yeah,
all these fashion shows, and your pictures be like second to none, dog. And to be able to have a good reputation and to always have good insights on whatever you do, just tell everyone the grind of how you became the best photographer that you can be. I know it's still room for you to grow, but just tell everyone just how you got there, how you worked on your craft.
My 2nd grade teacher, can't remember her first name, but her name was Miss Russell.
Yeah.
And I was acting up in school one day, and she went to school with my aunt and my mom now, and she came and she grabbed. She said, "Son, what do you want to be when you grow up?" I said, "I don't know, Mom." She said, "I'm gonna tell you this: whatever you be the best that you can be." That lady spoke that in me, and I carry that with me today. Don't matter. I tell anybody, no matter what you do, whatever it is you decide to do. She told me, if you want to be a bank robber, be the best bank robber. Always, every day you wake up, there's a new day. So during that new day, find something that you can do to make yourself better than you were yesterday. So every day I take pictures, I look at my work, and I don't never really just pat myself on the back. I always just continue to look for room to grow, you know, watch videos, but I always look for ways to perfect myself, you know, to make myself better. Not so much into, like I said, a lot of photographers, they feel like they have to buy the latest equipment to be a better photographer because the industry pushes them out to make them think that they got to have the latest camera to produce this work. You know, you can do it with any DSLR with just a simple 50mm prime lens. A lot of them overlook that because they just so caught up in the industry that they got to have the latest camera out there.
Give them some game, man. So
You know,
what's some affordable cameras that a beginner photographer can use that they'll kind of be looking like professional, like looking like they're doing something?
You got 2 ways to look at that. You got one, you can start off with a camera that's more all around budget, but put out good images, or you can buy one that you can grow with. So like the Sony A6000 was a good camera. A lot of people bought it, and they was able to, it gave you the latest technology. And it just wasn't number $500. You know, the camera and the lens, you know. You got a lot of entry cameras like your Canon, the Rebel line. That's a camera that you can buy and you can grow with, because the lenses that you once you start buying your prime lenses, you can get like the 70, you know. Now they got the 70, the 80, and the 90. See, them are cameras that you can add to the lenses that you already got. So you got to figure out, do you want to grow in it? Know where you want to be at in photography, before you start buying your camera gear. You know, because a lot of people gonna give you a lot of choices. You know, you don't have to though dig deep in your pockets though to get into the game. But I tell people is, you want to get in the game, learn your exposure triangle. You know, learn editing. You know, learn that Lightroom. You don't really have to learn that Photoshop, but learn that Lightroom. And because of a lot of stuff you can do in Lightroom that these big high dollar cameras just kind of doing it for you, but you can do it yourself and save money. You don't have to have.
Say it again. Say it again.
You can do it yourself and save money.
Using Lightroom with a more affordable camera.
Yes, well, yeah, you can just use an entry level. You know, you getting into it, you're gonna spend about $500, but then you can find them used pawn shops having them all the time. You can go to the pawn shop and buy you a little crop sensor and get into it. Cause some people, the learning curve be a little bit too much for them, so they end up bailing. So I don't suggest nobody just going too deep into it until you really got in your mind you're gonna stay committed to it. You know, before you start investing in more. So no more than about $500 you spend in it, get in it, and know your place in photography. Cause see, some people get into it, they end up getting a little taste of the video side, and they end up going that direction, more or less the photography side. And then some people get into the photography side and they just stick with the photography side.
Man, bro. So let's go back to models, how models can get in the door, because you know you've worked with Coastal Fashion Week, you've worked with local models like me, you got Jalen, you have Maya, you have Joy Simone, you have Madison. Bro, you working, man. You've helped all of us out. So what's up?
On the model side, I would say, you know, do your research, get on Facebook. There's always a model that knows somebody that's not doing it. You get on it and just search, see a girl that's doing it that you like the direction she go in, you know, message her and just ask her a few questions about who doing her pictures, you know. And it's the same way it is with a photographer. If you done a few shoots and a photographer approaches you through Messenger, you know, before you even decide that you want to shoot with him, look at his style. Make sure this is what you want to do. You know, you like his style, because if he's doing a lot of edgy stuff and you like his work, well, guess what? That's what he's going to be looking for you to do too, edgy work. But if you see one that's doing the type of work that you want to do, you know, once you see what he's doing, then go on his page, look at some of the models that's tagged in on the pictures, hit them up, ask them, how is he? Check him out. Do your research on that photographer. Make sure he okay, because some people have good work, but they, you know, they scum.
So when you talking about watch the photographer and do your research, you know, in some of these model groups and just in the world in general, we have some nasty photographers. That's right. And they be scheming.
Behind the camera.
Yeah, they be scheming, you know, making girls take naked pictures. Don't even give the girls they pick. It ain't right. You know what I'm saying? So how can people tell or just kind of get indicators on, you know?
Well, when they go through and they see the girls that he's working with and they get to talking to him, because they gonna talk. The model's gonna talk. If they had a bad experience with him, they gonna say he did me wrong, you know. And if he done wrong, then move on, you know. Keep going down the list, you know, because we got a lot of photography pages right here on the Gulf Coast that all they gotta do is get on there, man, and it's photographers that's good photographers that's willing to work with them, you know. But they don't know who the models are unless the models get on that page and put a post out there and tell them, hey, I want to start modeling, you know, and they gonna show.
Man, that's what's up, bro. That's what's up, man. So tell everyone where they can find you on social media.
Well, you can find me on Instagram. It's TS_photography_Mobile_Alabama.
Is there anything you want to add for models and photographers as of right now?
Yes, I do. The number one thing I want to say for new photographers and some of the old photographers that's out there, brothers and sisters, I don't care what color you are, stop getting in photography to compete with each other. We are all out here to help each other. Everybody is art. It's art, meaning whatever your vision is, that's your vision. It ain't a competitive thing at all. Not at all. It's about having fun and enjoying your passion. Nobody is not better than nobody else. I see so many new guys get in it and they want to compete. Oh, my stuff better than them. I'm the best photographer. It don't matter. It don't matter. It's enough for everybody.
Everybody got their own thing.
It's enough for everybody.
You know
yes, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Man. Yeah, man.
So, and it's the same for models too. Stop trying to compete with each other. Do your thing. Help the other model. You've been in it for a while. So give her some pointers too. Don't be afraid of somebody going to take what you teach them and leave you. Everybody got their own time.
T, this man worked with so many models, man. This dude everywhere, dog. Y'all heard what he said, man. This man seasoned. He's seasoned at this, man. Charismatic. Y'all see this man person now. This man just be chilling, dog. One of the best photographers out, man. I see his work. His work do all the talking. So y'all check him out on all those social media platforms. Models. If you're trying to learn how to model, whatever, you trying to get your portfolio together, or you are already a model that's doing something, you event holders, you whatever, reach out to Mr. Terrence, man.
Yeah, keep your page fresh with fresh pictures.
Yeah.
Keep it fresh.
Keep with fresh pictures, man. Where you gonna get the fresh pictures from?
Photography.
Hey, y'all hear him, man. Thank you guys for watching. It's Jarreau Effect Live. We on to the next interview. Okay, y'all, I'm back. Welcome to the Jarreau Effect Live, and I have Mr. Howard, a great photographer, y'all. This man is the OG. He's pretty much like the big brother of us all, and pretty much like with the photographers. And he has a lot of good things going on. So, Mr. Howard, how you doing today?
I'm doing good. Thanks for asking.
Man, thank you for coming on to the show, man.
I really appreciate you.
I really appreciate you. So tell everyone where you from and just your background.
Well, I'm originally from Mobile. I was lived in Detroit for 47 years, so I decided to move back to Mobile, my home, and I'm glad I did. I'm having a wonderful time back here. Met some great people in the photography business, and I love what I'm doing.
Well, were you always into photography growing up?
No, I wasn't.
How did that grow on to you?
Well, one day I decided I wanted to try something new and keep it going, so I picked up a camera. My first camera was Olympus. I shot with Olympus for about a couple of years, and after that, I purchased a Canon.
What was the job profession that you were seeking out before you even got into photography?
Well, I worked for Ford Motor Company in Detroit, and I worked security for them for 26 years. So that was basically all I ever did in Detroit was work security for all my many years, 43 years in Detroit.
Yes, sir. So how long have you been doing photography?
Well, I've been doing photography for about 15 years now, and I love it. I do it every day.
Wow, man.
Man, I study every day. I shoot something every day.
What is the hardest thing when it comes to photography for you? What is something that you can give the younger generation of photographers? What's a gem, like advice that you could give them when it comes to shooting against lights or whatever?
Well, you know what? You have to learn lighting, and I struggle with lighting, and I still struggle with lighting. But I think the most important thing is to learn your camera, and I try to get around not learning my camera. Now I've learned my camera. Now I understand how to set my camera and get it right in the camera, in the pose, to try to get the light to get it right.
Wow, man. Wow, man. So I see, you know, me through high school, and now I'm in college. I always seen that you were a photographer in the community. You don't just do fashion shows and, you know, events and parties. You take pictures of what's going on good in Mobile. So tell everyone, why do you do that, man? Because you don't have to do that.
Well, I just do it because it's a passion of mine. I love doing it, and I do it every day, and I'm out every day trying to shoot someone or somebody, try to have a photo shoot or whatever I can do in reference to photos. It keeps me going. You know, you get a certain age, you have to have something to keep you going. And I'm the oldest member in the group. I'm 76 years old.
Yes, sir.
And you know, I have to
around good too.
I have to keep going.
Hard. You know? When you don't have the best collage or you haven't taken the best picture up to your capability, and you know maybe a client doesn't like it or whatever, what's some encouragement that you give yourselves to where you don't get down and you continue to produce and just do what you do?
Well, you always struggle to try to get it right, and if I don't get it right, I'm not hard on myself. I guess I am hard on myself because I look for perfection, perfect picture, and sometimes you can shoot 1,000 pictures and you don't get all perfect pictures all the time. So I just try to do everything I can that I know to make the picture perfect, make the client happy, or make the person happy, and I'll shoot till they satisfied. You know, if they want to shoot 1,000 pictures, we'll shoot 1,000 pictures as long as they satisfied.
Yes, sir, man. Y'all hear Mr. Howard, man, one of the OGs of all photographers, man. Y'all check his work out. Tell them where they can find you on Facebook.
Okay, you can find me at Howard Edwards, Facebook, gmail.com on Facebook, and then on Instagram, Howard159 Instagram.
My boy, Mr. Howard, man. Thank you for coming on to the show, man.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
We right there in front of the cathedral.